he would be able to channel this energy that he had into creative, artistic brilliance. And it's once in a lifetime type shit. It's not once in a generation. It's once in a lifetime. Like, we're not gonna have another Illmatic. We're not gonna have. I hope that we have another Nas. Like, I hope that we have another MC that gives us that much hope in hip hop. But I don't know if there will be.
I doubt it.
You know, I doubt it.
Yeah. So we'll swing on before we hit the album section or album category. I just want to ask you guys. This is the last core question of the night. So 1994 had a lot of ranges and mixes of music and R&B blending into hip hop. I just want to ask you guys. This is for Zoe, Armine. This is for the floor. What are some of your R&B and hip hop infused favorites? Whether it be remixes, singles, videos of 1994. And I could go. I have something. I can kind of spew off the top. I'll let y'all domes dwell on that. But
it's off the top, you said this question was like off the top of this.
Nah, brother, this is off the top. You know what I mean? Freestyle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. This wasn't a question. For me, I can go because I've been thinking about it, but definitely like Mary J. Blige. Her infusion into Bad Boys artist, as far as Biggie is concerned. Even like Keith Murray, being on Mary J's album. That stuff was really cool, and even like I'll double back to Method Man, right? So when Method Man and Mary J. Blige together, that kind of formed a different. That was almost like a different genre, right? So like you got hip hop, you got R&B, but then you got this infusion of it both happening at the same time, and that was like very cool to experience, and just kind of like be a kid and glance upon that, because it was almost like, like growing up. Like the 90s were hard. It was hard. It was like a hard time, right? So like you weren't. Like if you listen to R&B music, you were kind of doing it on your own. Like, you wasn't coming to your boy house like, yo, I got this new Tevin Campbell. You know what I'm saying? Like, like you just wasn't doing that. You know what I mean? So if you got Tevin,
we thought was fire though. that was the truth. Oh yeah, put on that.
Oh yeah,
that was Ashley Banks' favorite artist.
Oh man, you know what I mean?
Oh what?
Ashley Banks, man, that was her favorite artist.
Yeah,
Fresh Prince.
That was on the show. That's documented.
That was documented. She had the poster.
Well, yeah. So like I posed this to the floor. Like, what are you guys' favorite moments of '94 with that stuff?
Let's take it back off you. Definitely, I'll say Mary J. She was. We enjoyed her like the queen of hip hop soul. That we kind of give her that subgenre. Before we had like Lauryn Hill infusing R&B with rap. Mary was our girl, take it back to, what's the 411, with her and Grand Puma,
Mm-hmm.
But hearing that, her album came out that year too, the My Life album.
Yeah.
And, that's on there, and I know we didn't really speak on it as far as producers, but Puff was that dude, during that time frame too, because he had a heavy hand in Biggie's production, as we spoke a little bit earlier. But he also had heavy hand in a lot of Mary J. Blige's music as well, So, he primarily was the main producer on that album, on hers, and the collaborations she did with Method Man and everything else. We always had a couple other songs out there during that year with, hip hop and R&B, but that was her lane pretty much, during that year and a lot of the early to mid 90s, for that matter. So I was just going to say Mary J. Blige without doubt.
Yeah, what about you, Armand?
I had to roll with her because she was like the epitome of your question.
Mm-hmm.
Mary J. Blige was the infuse of hip hop and R&B. Even the way Mary J. Blige dressed, it was like she still wore like kind of like a baggy jacket and some baggy pants, So I'm gonna have to go with Mary J, man. I actually have a crush on her too when I was growing up. So I found out she was with KC from Jersey. I was like, what? I was hurt, dude. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh no. So I was about with Mary J Blige because she was like, she never really rapped or nothing, but it was like she just gave a vibe. Like even her lyrics was rhyming, but it was just singing. But you know, she was the epitome like of like hip hop's girl that's not really officially in hip hop.
Yeah, she spilled on a couple of early Johns in the early days, but so man, let's get to the main event, fellas. You know what I'm saying? Talking about these albums. Say you want to start us off for your number 4, and then we'll caddy corner it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, my number 4 record for 1994 was "Hard to Earn" by Gang Starr. We've talked we've talked extensively about Gang Starr, Guru and Premier. This is not my favorite album by them, although I think it's a brilliant record. I think that it's a record you could play front to back, and it's certified dopeness. It's, one of those things where, you get 2 people, 1 producer, 1 MC, and just make a certified classic. Like, that's something to really be appreciated. In today's music scene, it's just not the case so much. I mean, there's just so many different producers on each record, so many guest artists, so many features, and it's very rare where you just get 2 people sitting down like, let's make a fucking classic together. And Primo and Guru did that with "Hard to Earn," so that's my number 4 record from 1994. And the cover was dope. Check out the "Hard to Earn" cover. That's one of the illest. Something I think we should maybe shine a light on in this podcast a little bit is the cover art somewhat. And "Hard to Earn" is like a poster that I would love to just frame and have in my room. Yeah.
That was a big thing too, because we were actually going in record stores, CD stores, to see the album.
Right.
Yeah. My number 4 is Southern Playalistic. You know what I mean? Outkast. Had to get in a nod. I feel like I'm the source right now, right? And I'm giving like Jay-Z the Black Album 5 mics because I missed out on Reasonable Doubt. You know what I'm saying? As I feel like on this podcast right now, because I've passed them up on multiple years when they had great stuff, and it was just so much East Coast stuff that I couldn't get past. But like Armand said earlier, like Outkast were the first dudes who could rap just as good as East Coast guys, and you really couldn't. If you give them a Primo beat, you wouldn't know where they was from. So I got to go Outkast, Southern Playalistic. Number 4.
I'm gonna hit you. Go ahead.
You was alright? It's whatever.
No, man, go ahead. You got it.
I didn't know what order we were going. Alright. I guess my 4 is, I'm going to go with Bone's Creep on the Come Up EP.
Yeah, you such a Bone fan, yo. You choose the EP, man.
I did choose the EP. In 5 years, I was ready to regret this choice, but right now, that's what I'm going with. And I chose the EP. Well, hey, look at over that. I mean, outside the intro.
Dude, you can't choose EPs, yo. You got to get an album, yo.
Well,
No, I'm just messing with you, man.
I know, man. I'm saying, I'll be technical, man. But it was intoxicating. When I was talking about it earlier, as far as when I had them as number 1 group. That album as a whole, this is a different style of melodies and the flow arrangement. So what they were doing at the time was completely different from what I was hearing, from anybody. When I first heard Thunder's Rugged Bone, I was like, I want to speed rap. That's what I was trying to do. To sure I tried that for 5 times. I'm like, the hell with it, you know. But just hearing that album and just the soundscape of it, and I was still heavy influence with West Coast rap anyway, just from my mom exposure with like Cube, NWA. So just hearing that still some of that G-Funk era, but with more of a grittier edge to it, you know, had me in the gate. So definitely rocking out with that for 94.
No doubt, no doubt. What you got, Armand?
I'm gonna give y'all some different. I'm gonna give y'all. I don't know if y'all remember this or not, but I'm gonna give you Artifacts.
Oh, I thought that would be on Singer's list.
Oh.
Between the rock and the hard place.
Yep.
My favorite song back then was Artifacts on the Wrong Side of the Tracks.
Wrong side of the tracks.
Artifacts on the wrong side. So they had a lot of grungy beats, like East Coast. They was from Jersey, Brick City, I think they was from. I'm not sure. I think it's from like North Jersey.
Yep.
And that was one of my favorite. That's like songs that came on spot. It used to come on like Rap City. Yep. So I love them, man. So they had to crack my top 4, man. You know, because I still can bang that album now. You know, so.
The artifacts are from the wrong side of the tracks. The artifacts are from the wrong side.
Yo, this is the best joint. It wasn't even on the album. Y'all remember the show Mad Skills?
We got the lip service. We got the breath control.
Yeah, I remember that. I forgot about that, though.
Service and breath control. Artifacts in the house with the dynamite soul. Don't look down, but my style tops the pile over those who sound foul, cause my shit tight like White House. Don't get it twisted, my rhythm rips up your system in the sections. Like when I run obsession in your session. With an E and J fit, my Phillies.
I gotta agree with Armand. This is the best Artifacts track to me. This beat is so smooth. I love this track. And the videos, though. We're watching the video right now. They got the graph incorporated. They were very incorporated with the street art, the graffiti.
I'm out to bomb like Vietnam under the same name. Take one, the bad one, ink flow master bastard with the magnum. I tags up quick and then I steps to the exit when it's time to get zested. Or flex on some fresh shit, some whack crook. So my black book, I know who took it. I knew it was so tagged because the fag was his name crooked. The ink I use might stink, but you gotta think I got my props hops cause my tags don't shrink. I'm tagging and bagging bitches cause my name is famous in the street. Cause they know my name's from cruising in the Jeeps. So yo, grab a can and put your man up.
Let's call Armand on this. I love Artifacts, and they're talking about, and this is reminding me how much they talk about graffiti and street art in this record.
Yeah, they would talk about the whole genre. They always talk about graffiti and stuff.
Exactly.
So you really hip hop head if you know about them.
Yeah.
Facts, baby.
Number 3 LP for 94 for me is Ready to Die. We talked a lot about it already. I'm not gonna go too in detail with such a classic, but you know, from the album cover, what a classic album cover with the little baby with the afro just sitting there.
Lil Wayne bit that.
And
in the game.
I mean, I'm not gonna. It's not a record like Illmatic where I play it from back to front. Every track is dope. I do think it's almost there, but there's a couple tracks that I think are not on the same level as others. Like Unbelievable to me is my favorite track on the record. We already played that earlier, but it's an incredible record. It's Biggie's best record to me by far. It's an absolute hip hop classic, and it comes in at number 3 for me for 94.
My number 3, I had to go to the Shy. You know what I mean? I had to go with Common, baby. The Resurrection album. He kind of found. He found his rhythm. You know what I mean? His first album. Steve Owens is the only dude I know that got his first album.
I got his first album on vinyl.
Okay. Wow.
Can I borrow $1?
Can I borrow $1?
I got that shit on vinyl.
Yeah. And he's alright. So Can I Borrow $1? He's like rapping at a fast pace. He's fanatic. He's all over the place. Some of the songs are good, you know what I mean? But other songs, he's like off tempo.